Okay, so first of all, I'll give you the description of your task 1, which is the intern will learn foundational Python concepts such as variables, data type, loops, and functions. And your responsibility is to study Python syntax through simple coding exercise, and you have to practice writing basic scripts to perform arithmetic operation, manipulate strings, and use conditional statements. Okay. Also, you have to gain familiarity with common data structure like list, dictionary, and tuple. Okay. So this is your task 1 of the Python developer. So here's my Jupyter screen. So first of all, I'll give you the brief about what is variable, data types, function, loops. So what is variables? Variables are used to store data values. You can assign a value to a variable using the equal sign. Okay, and variable name can start with a letter or an underscore but not a number. Okay, so variables are used to store data values, and you can start your variable name by using a letter or underscore, but you cannot use the number. You cannot start your variable with a number. Okay, and your syntax is variable name. This is your variable name, then equals to you have to use for assigning a value, then here is going to be your value. Okay, so this is your variable example, which is name, age is underscore student, and these are the values of your variable. Okay, then comes the data type. So what are data types? So common data types in Python include int, which is integer, which is whole number from 0 1 2 3, all are all integers. Okay, this is your integer data type. Second data type is float, which is a floating point number, numbers with a decimal point, that is a part of the floating data point, like 1.2, 3.4, all numbers with a decimal point are the part of the floating point number data types. Then comes str. Str is your string. Text data type means hello world. These are the text, like any name, Khushi is this is your text part. Okay, text data type. Then comes bool, which is boolean. So boolean basically gives you answer in two form, which is true or false. Okay, also you can check the data type of a variable using the type function. So here are all the variables which are num by message is underscore valid, and these all are the values to your variable. First is your integer data type value, second is your decimal, third is your string data type, and fourth is your boolean data type. So you can also check the data type by using the type function. So by using the type function, and in between the parentheses I have written num, means it will going to tell the type of the num variable. So type is integer data type. Okay, now comes loop. What is, there are two types of loop, for loop, while loop. So for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. Okay, list, whether it is list, tuple, string, etc. So for loop, here syntax is for, you have to mention that item, in sequence you have to mention the sequence, and with the code loop you have to use your for loop. Then comes while loop. While loop is used to execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay, so for while loop you have to use, this is your syntax, you have to use while, then here will be your condition, then there will be a code block. Okay, then comes the functions part. So what are function? Functions are block of code that only run when called. Okay, means you can pass data known as parameter. This is your parameters. Okay, into a function. Function can return data as a result. Okay, it can return data as a result. So for printing a function, here is your syntax. For making a function, you have to use def keyword. Then you have to use function name here. Then in between the parentheses, you have to call parameters. Then the code block. Then you have to use return result, which can act as a result. Okay. So here is the example of your function, which is you have to use def keyword. Then greet is the function name. Then this is your parameter name. Then you have to use return hello, this is your string data type, plus. This plus is basically concatenation. Concatenation means this and this will be combined. Okay, will come combined form. So here name is the parameter. So here we are calling our function by using the print statement, print greet ls. So this ls is basically the parameter. So here is the output, which is hello. This is as it is, then comma ls, which is here name. Okay, so here is your result. This is how you can make a function. So these are the basics of the variables, data types, loops and function. Okay. So basically your main task that you have to do and you have to post on LinkedIn is this. Okay. You have to first create a list. So what is list? List can store a sequence of values. Okay. So what is list? Basically list can store a sequence of values belonging to any type. Okay. So for list you have to create a variable, new variable, then equals to, and you have to create a list in the square brackets only. Okay, so you have to create a list in square brackets only, and these are the elements in your list. So basically what is list? List can store a sequence of values belonging to any data type. Okay, whether it is integer, float, okay, it can be of any data type, and we have to create a list in a square brackets, and it is mutable, means we can modify a list. Okay, we can update, delete, remove the elements from our created list. Okay, so we have to do all the three operations in list, dictionary and the tuple. So here is the first operation, which is adding an element to your list. So how to add an element to your list? You have to use dot append function for adding an element to your list. Here in between the parentheses I mentioned 6. 6 is going to be added in the last of your created list. Okay. Then comes second operation, which is removing. How to remove an element from the list? You have to use remove function. And inside the parentheses I have mentioned 3, means 3 is going to be removed from your created list. Okay. Then comes the modification part. For modifying an element in your list, here's the modification that I have did. Here in the square bracket, this 0 signifies the index value. Okay, means 1 is at the 0 index, 2 is at the 1 index, then comes 3 is at the 2 index. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from left to right your indexes are start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from right to left your indexes are start from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So basically indexes are the position of your elements in your respective data structure. Okay, whether it is list, dictionary or tuple or set. So here we'll modify, it means at the place of 0, means at the place of 1 we have to replace 1 with the value of 10. This is the modification. Then comes the inserting an element in our list. So basically append function will only append elements in the last of your list. But by using the insert function you can also add the element in your desired position, in your desired index. So here you have to mention the index, means at the position of second, the position, the index of second, like 0, 1, 2 here. Okay, you have to insert the hash string. Okay, so this is your print, this is your updated list statement. Okay, you have to print your updated list. By using comma you have to call the created list. Okay, so this is your updated list. Now we'll check all the three operations. Append 6, 6 is appended here. Remove 3, 3 is removed from here. Replace 1 by 10, 10 is here. Insert at the second index you have to insert higher. So 0, 1, 2, the second position here is high. Okay, so this is how you have to create a list and update a list. Okay, now we'll create a dictionary. So what is dictionary? Dictionary is basically an unordered key value pair, unordered collection of some key value pair. Okay, so for dictionary again you have to create a variable, and for dictionary you have to use curly braces for creating a dictionary. Okay, and it is also mutable, you can change or update your dictionary. So this is your first key of your created dictionary. This is your first key and this is your value. So this is your first key value pair, this is second and this is third. This is how you can create a dictionary. Then comes adding a key value pair. So how to add a key value pair? You have to mention the key that you want to add in your created dictionary in the square brackets. Then equals to, you have to mention that value. Okay, so this key value pair will going to be added in your dictionary. Then comes the removing a key value pair. So how to remove a key value pair? You have to use del function and you have to mention that key that you want to remove from the dictionary. So automatically its value 2 is going to be removed from the dictionary. Okay. Now comes the modifying a value in the dictionary. So how to modify a value in the dictionary? here inside in between the square brackets you have to mention that key that is already present in your dictionary. Then here I have written Mumbai. It means Delhi is going to be replaced by the Mumbai. So this is the modification I am doing in your created dictionary. So now you have to print updated dictionary, same like updated list. Now we'll check all the three operation, which is gender male key value pair is added here successfully. Age key value is pair is removed and Delhi is replaced by the Mumbai. Okay, so this is how you have to create your dictionary and update your dictionary. Okay. Then comes the tuple part. So what is tuple part? A tuple in Python is an ordered collection of elements enclosed within the parenthesis. So for tuple you have to use parenthesis. Okay, like tuples are similar to list, but they are immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? Immutable means you cannot change once the tuple is created. Okay, you cannot update, delete the elements once the tuple is created. So first operation, how will you do the first operation, which is adding a new element to the tuple? So for adding an element, see, basically tuples are immutable, so you cannot directly add elements to a tuple. However, you can concatenate. This plus sign I have told you, this is for concatenate. However, you can concatenate tuples to create a new tuple with additional new element. Okay, so you have to mention a new element, which is here. You have to mention a new variable for new element. Then you have to update your tuple by concatenating by using this 1 2 3 plus concatenating this element, which is 4. So this is how you can add an element to your tuple. Now comes for removing an element from your tuple. So same reason, since tuples are immutable, you cannot remove elements from an existing tuple. So you would need to create a new tuple without the element you want to remove. So for this you have to update your tuple and you are using slicing. This is the slicing part. Okay. So original tuple slicing till 1. Okay. It says you have to slice till 1. 0 1. Use, you have to take these two elements, which is 1 and 2, then concatenate. Slicing starts from 2 means 0 1 2. You have to start with 2 and there is no ending, so you don't have to include that. You just have to start here. So the updated tuple is 1 2 3 now, means 4 is removed from our tuple. Okay, now comes the modification. So same reason, tuples are immutable, you cannot directly modify elements. You would need to create a new tuple with a modified element. Okay, so you have to mention a modified element that you want to add, that you want to do the modification in your tuple. So you have to add the modifier. You have to first create the modifier element variable. Okay, then you have to update your tuple by using the slicing. Till 2 you have to fetch, means 0 1 0 1. Till this you have to fetch plus modified element. See, here is 5, then after 1 2 there should be 5 plus original tuple till 3. So you have to mention till 3 only, this 5 only, means this is your modification and this is your updated tuple, which is result is 1 2 and 5. Okay, so this is your modification in your tuple. So yes, this was all your task 1. Here I have yes, here I have told the basic, which is variable, what are variable, data types, loops and functions. But your main task that you want, that you have to submit in your LinkedIn and GitHub and Google Form, that was this. You have to first create a list. You have to use all the three operations, adding, removing and modifying, plus inserting function also you have to do in your list part. Then you have to print the updated list, and then you have to create a dictionary. Then you have to apply all the three operation and you have to print the updated dictionary. Then you have to create a original tuple and then you have to use all the three operations like this and you have to print the updated tuple. Okay, so yes, this was all your basic of task 1. So just to tell you what is the basic